So this is for the my single ladies who are out here and have decided that you're going to abstain from sex until you're married. So a couple things, right? Well, for one, your journey of abstaining does not need to be shared. Does not need to be shared with the world. Okay? Unless you are spearheading a support group or a movement for, other women that are abstaining, okay, I get that. But outside of that, there are certain spiritual disciplines that need to remain between you and God. Okay? I feel the same way about fasting. The Bible talks about not openly just telling people that we're fasting, because that's a holy endeavor, a holy endeavor between you and the Lord. So when you've made a commitment to do something, especially something that pleases the Lord, everyone else doesn't need to know. And I'll tell you a few reasons why. When we talk about fasting, okay, the Bible says to anoint your head, wash your face. Don't have an appearance like you're fasting. Don't look defeated. Put your chin up and fast. Okay, that's not something that you need to share, with the world. Also, so back to abstaining, right? When you've decided that you're taking that journey, others aren't going to share the same sentiment. Some might, of course, but everyone isn't going to share that same sentiment that you do. So you don't need outside influence or outside opinions. And granted, you can say, well, I'm grown. Nobody can influence me to do, to do what I don't want to do. But why even put yourself in the situation? Sometimes we have to practice preserving our spiritual endeavors. There's no need for any validation when it comes to fasting or abstaining from sex, because these are personal things. These are things for your own growth and things that are pleasing to the Lord. So as long as you're growing and God is pleased, nothing else matters. So abstaining is an act of obedience and an act of worship. It's not a public declaration. So sharing certain things too openly can bring unwanted curiosities or temptations. And the enemy wants to know all your business. The enemy loves to know all your business because he wants to test your commitment. He wants to test that. And he may bring that person that Mr. Right, that almost Mr. Right, the one who feels so right, but because the enemy curated this together just for you, you're missing the mark because everything seems to be right. And God isn't going to give you what seems to be right. He's going to give you what is right and what keeps you close to Him. God isn't going to give you something that is going to pull you away from Him, or that's going to cloud your judgment. And sometimes that's why I truly believe that the wait is because of us. The wait is because He wants us to be somewhere where we don't feel the need to be validated by certain things. The only thing we desire to do is please Him. So with that, none of this that I'm saying would even apply to you. So actions speak. There are certain things that we don't have to share with everyone to prove anything. We don't have to share our verbalize our gifts. We don't have to verbalize our fasting. We don't have to verbalize our journey of abstaining from sex. These are things that God holds dear to Him, because this is your worship to Him. 7 verse 6 says, "Give not that which is holy to the dogs, or cast your pearls trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you. So these things that, sometimes we just feel compelled to share can hurt us more than help us when we do share. So seek God's guidance about when and with whom you share your journey with. Okay, now if someone's genuinely struggling and your journey can help them, then it may be appropriate. But otherwise, that's between you and the Most High God.